Good morning, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel and welcome to another day of triathlon training. Welcome to a beautiful ride in the Peak District with the most beautiful bike rider I know. Where is he? Morning, Tom.
Morning.
You alright?
Yeah.
So, over the last few weeks, we've been able to ride in pairs and weather's been better. People in the club have been riding out with obviously other people. So we've been trying to do some sort of rotation. People are pulling short straws to ride with me. So today's Tom. Tom's pulled the shortest straw and has to ride with me. He's coping all right so far, I think. Tom's done a grand total of how many miles you ridden this year?
75.
75, so I'm hoping he doesn't drop me too hard today, but it's good to see him back out on a bike. We're out for probably 50 miles and about 4,500 feet, so a nice little reintroduction for him. Quite strong wind, so we've got headwind on the way out, tailwind on the way back, and we might even try and find a takeaway coffee shop somewhere. Tom says he's treating. He did. Anyway, I'm gonna get up this hill, see a bit close up top. Check this out. We're going the wrong way, Tom. Wind's coming this way. So we are about, let me have a look at these, stats. We're riding nearly 2.5 hours, done 29 miles. Average speed 12.2 mile an hour, Tom. Is that PBs all around?
Don't blame it on me.
It's been absolutely grim on it. We've had a super strong headwind. We've done about 3,000 feet of climbing. So the majority of the way home now, after we've gone around this last corner, is flat or downhill, one little climb and a tailwind all the way. So I feel like I've done Tom a disservice pulling the camera out every time we're on a steep hill or super strong headwind after you've not been riding for so long. So apologies for that. But you enjoying your rude awakening back into the world of cycling?
Yeah. Ready for
Yeah, quite fancy an open water swim though. So we've now got a decent tailwind and we're coming up to a climb called Via Gellia. I've been out on this climb the last couple of weeks, but I'm going the opposite way today, going down it. Now, it's about 9 miles long, it averages about 2%. It's quite a sought after KOM on the downhill within our club. One of the lads from the club's got it an average speed of 33 miles an hour. It's quite twisty, the surface is quite poor. There's little streams that run across the road. It's wet today. However, there's a good tailwind. So whilst I don't want to stack it, it is a good day for giving that a crack. So I'm gonna start off, because it starts off quite open, like as in not twisty. I'm going to start off hard and see if I can be within touching distance. Although I've got no idea if I will be within touching distance. I haven't got the segment set up on my Wahoo, so I won't know until I get to the bottom. But I'm going to start off hard and basically just risk assess it on the way. Bit of a dynamic risk assessment and just see, you know, if I can do a competitive time. Some temporary traffic lights near the bottom, so if I hit those and it's on red, unfortunately that'll be an end to the segment. However, good vibes, positive thoughts. Let's assume that's not going to happen. So yeah, here's to not stacking it, giving it some welly and trying to get the best KOM, which is a downhill one. Done, but I reckon I was absolutely nowhere. The wind was nowhere near, excuses, nowhere near as favourable as I thought it'd be. I was on the gas all the way down that, so I was doing probably, I don't know, 350-ish watts all the way down, just trying to keep going. It wasn't even in last gear, so I know that I wasn't going as fast as I needed to. The average speed for the com was 33 and a bit miles an hour, and I flicked on halfway through and I was averaging 31, so nowhere near. Need a few more wheels to follow, need to perhaps get a few guys together, do it on a better day, and we'll come back and give it another go, won't we? Anyway, I'm going to try and find somewhere for a takeaway coffee, because I think we've earned it now. There's some cracking little climbs, just drop off the main roads. Awesome, really. That roads that people don't really ride up. I think your legs stop working, Tom. I think mine are soon as well. You're right.
Yeah. It's an old weird boat full of jelly beans.
Tom cracked and had a packet of jelly babies, a Mars bar and a can of pop. But to say we've done nearly 50 miles, well, yeah, nearly 50 miles, 4,500 feet of climbing, and you've done 75 miles this year, that's not bad at all, is it? We're going to go to get this one hill, then we can have a nice spin back. 3 hours in the leg, 3.25 hours in fact. Solid stuff, mate. Okay, so I didn't pick the camera up after that point. I thought I would take a look at this week's training, because I haven't done this for a couple of weeks now, and also today's ride. So let's start with this week's training. Annoyingly, the 2 previous weeks of this that I didn't do an end of week training review were a lot better than this week. However, we'll do with what we can, won't we? So beginning of the week, Just a steady spin on the Monday morning, that was nice. I've had some time off work this week, hence why the times are sort of like during the day. Tuesday, the hardest session of the week, so 3 times 15-minute threshold intervals in TT position. That was tough, real good session. Wednesday, just a steady recovery spin. Thursday, over and unders, they were hard as well in TT position again. Oh no, well, road position that was. Yeah, real good, tough, like time trial preparation session. Friday was my first run for a week, so I just did a 5-mile steady run, followed by a super easy spin in the evening. That was a real easy hour. Saturday, steady run on the treadmill. That was just over 10k, nice and easy. That was good to get another run in the bank. And then today's ride, let's look at this a little bit more detail. Just under 4 hours, 55 miles ish. The average speed was quite low, hence why it took so long to get it done. But you know what, that's fine. It doesn't matter what your speed is, does it? It's all about power, heart rate, time. So normalized power was 241 watts and a training stress score of 186. So that was a real solid endurance ride. That I did have a little nudge, as you can see. 1 minute power, 488 watts. I had a little nudge down via Gelia, which I failed to get the KOM. Story of my life. So I sort of peaked 10 minutes at 357, 12 minutes at 355. I think it took about 18 minutes for me to get down there, and I averaged about 350 watts. So that was a fairly decent nudge, actually, sort of 3 hours into a ride, but not exactly what I wanted. In terms of training for the week, that puts me at 11.5 hours, 615 training stress score points, made up of 10 hours on the bike, 1.5 hours on the run, and that was it. No strength, no core, nothing else. Sorry about that. I will try better in future. So yeah, a bike heavy week for me. However, that's not the end of the world. I'll still be building that fitness, even though I'm spending more time on the bike than running. Looking ahead to next week, I'll cover this in next week's video, but I'm looking to ramp up the volume, ramp up the running, and sort of try and put my foot on the gas a little bit more. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video in any way, please do give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you're going to get out of the Peak District lots more this summer. I'm going to get a drone. I'm going to get some super sick drone shots, so please do stay tuned for that. And I will see you tomorrow at 4 PM. Hope your training's going well.